The DCU news is in the air and I'm smelling it everywhere. We're going to be talking about Supergirl today, plus the next time we could be seeing David Cornsweet's Superman in the DCU. Spoiler alert, it's not Man of Tomorrow. There's also a new leak regarding Wonder Woman. We're going to be talking about her future in the DCU. And on the Marvel side, we've got crazy leaks surrounding Spider-Man. So without any further ado, here we go. This is the Super Show. What is going on, all my capes and cows, boys and gals? It's ABJ and I'm back with another video. Yeah, clap it up. Clap it up. I hope those aren't your hands you're clapping with.
What did he say?
As I stated, we've got lots of DCU news to go over. We also got some exciting Marvel news. But before we get into it, do me a favor. If you enjoy videos like this, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button? It really does help the channel out a whole lot, especially for a new YouTuber like me who's just, getting the tip wet. I mean, just getting my foot wet. You know what? Let's get into the news. Fuck. First off, we're going to be talking about Supergirl. We just got news that there are some Supergirl reshoots that are happening for the next 2 weeks. But the bigger news here is that it's being reported that David Cornsweet is actually a part of these reshoots, which, would just be kind of like a rumor, usually more than a leak. But a lot of people are reporting on this that get things right. Plus, there's also some evidence that this is indeed the case. David Cornsweet's costume was recently removed from the Warner Brothers exhibit, and there's a sign that says it was removed for production. And this caused a lot of speculation online, people saying that, oh, this is for Man of Tomorrow, but that really doesn't make sense, seeing as how Man of Tomorrow isn't in production yet. They aren't filming anything yet. But you know what is still filming? Supergirl. And this makes a lot of sense, seeing as how we now know they're doing reshoots for the next 2 weeks. Also, the sign literally says that the suit is being used for production. So if you just put 2 and 2 together, and I love that we're going to see these two characters in the film together, because I thought they did a great job of introducing her at the end of Superman. But also at the same time, I'm of the opinion that it would be great to see more interaction between those two. I really would have liked to see how they met for the first time. Maybe that happens in Supergirl. Don't know, I doubt it, but at least we'll get to see the two of them together. Moving on, we have a new Wonder Woman leak that's hinting at how the movie will differ from the DCEU's take on the character. This is coming from insider Jeff Snyder, and let me just say, because I like to let people know, this is a guy that has gotten things wrong before, but has gotten a lot of things right. So, you can take things with a grain of salt if you want, but honestly, I think this leak is accurate. Jeff Snyder recently revealed on an episode of The Hot Mic that he heard about the tone of the upcoming DCU Wonder Woman film, and he says it's significantly different from the Gal Gadot version of the character. He went on to say that James Gunn and the DCU studios brain trust are reportedly looking for something on the lighter, brighter, more fun side when compared to the Gadot duology of Wonder Woman films. Jeff said, and I quote, "My sources seem to indicate that for Wonder Woman, they are looking for somebody a little bit on the lighter, brighter, more fun side." This makes a lot of sense because I think the DCU is trying to differentiate itself from the DCEU, which is a good idea, not only because that universe had a lot of problems, but also I just think for normal audiences, you want them to realize that this isn't the same thing anymore. This is something completely different. We're doing a whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? Now let me just say, I think this tone works with characters like Superman and Wonder Woman, but, and this is a big old but, certain characters cannot have this tone. I'm looking at you, Batman. Batman cannot be goofy or silly or lighthearted. That's something that the DCEU got wrong at times. I'm looking specifically at that Justice League movie.
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
No, Batman cracking jokes is like Massa cracking the whip. We do not like it. But the DCU should have a mix of tones. That is something James Gunn said they are trying to do, which is great because if you look at a set of films like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, those movies had lighthearted, fun comic book movie vibes, but at the same time, they had some scenes that were on the darker side. In Spider-Man 2, for example, we get pizza time and we also get, Doc Ock murdering a bunch of people in a hospital. So here's to hoping that the DCU can deliver on both of those type of tones and mesh them together really well. Speaking of Spider-Man though, we do have an update on whether we'll ever be seeing a Spider-Man 4 starring Tobey Maguire, and we've also got some pretty massive leaks surrounding Spider-Man's roles in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and those leaks, man, are they scrumptious. Did I just fucking say scrumptious? What the f? We now know Mattson Tomlin, a writer for The Batman Parts 1 and 2, says he hasn't gotten a no yet about potentially working on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. In case you guys haven't heard, he's had a ton of interest in having this film made. He even has a script ready to go, he says. And I mean, he worked on films like The Batman, so I have a feeling the script is probably at least pretty good, if not great. He recently said slow and steady wins the race. There won't be anything to say about it for a long time, if ever, because it involves a lot of people and politics and things going right that have nothing to do with me, but I haven't gotten a no yet. So I guess they're at least considering his offer, which for us Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fans is great. Though once you hear the Spider-Man leak for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, you might understand why Sony and Marvel have been a little slow getting back to him. So let's go over those leaks right now, and warning, hold on to your butts if this stuff is true and you're a Spider-Man fan, especially Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan. Oh, you're in for a treat. Hell yeah, man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking cool. So from what we're hearing, Tobey Maguire is slated to be appearing in Avengers Doomsday, and what his role is going to be is a kind of a small role in this film. He's going to warn the heroes about the coming dangers and the incursions that are happening in his universe. And like I said, he's said to have sort of a smaller role in this film. But do not fret, because in Avengers Secret Wars, he's going to have a much larger role. In this film, it's said that he's going to be on Spider Island with all the other Spider-Men, and this time he will have as much screen time, if not more, than he did in Spider-Man No Way Home. And it really seems like they're going big, I mean really big, on Tobey Maguire and his Peter Parker. By the end, he along with another major character are said to be the ones responsible for saving the day, though they will sacrifice their lives in order to do it. Once again, this is just some of the leaks that are online right now. We have no idea if they are true. I want to make sure people know that as fact. We have no idea if this is true. I could see it being true, however, just because since we have heard since Spider-Man No Way Home, Marvel has been looking to bring back the 3 Spider-Men for forever, and we've heard tales of that happening in Secret Wars. So for him to show up in Doomsday kind of makes sense. That way they can kind of link things together, since we know Doomsday is literally, you know, ties into Secret Wars and it sets up everything that happens in Secret Wars. Now, whether he'll have this huge role that's being reported, I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see. But this leak also kind of explains why Sony would be slow to greenlight a Spider-Man 4, because if he does end up sacrificing himself by the end of Secret Wars, then how do you make Spider-Man 4 work? I mean, you always could, because I mean, money. If they think a film will make money, they'll make it either way. But honestly, if this leak ends up being true and it's executed well, I'd be happy with this ending to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's character. And after all, we'll still have Tom Holland, we'll still have Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's characters. And if they want to explore those further down the road, I say go for it. I'm all here for it. Give me all the Spider-Man. But what do you guys think of this leak, and what did you think of today's news? Leave me a comment down below. Let a Black Jedi know. That is the end of today's video, but please, before you leave, don't forget to slap that subscribe button if you enjoy videos like this. I'm also going to be doing some other content here on the channel where I focus more on commentary, just sharing my thoughts, maybe like a video essay on different things. Currently, I have some plans to talk about Man of Tomorrow and what I think fans are getting wrong about that. Also, I'm going to be doing some live streams here on the channel. I'm going to be playing Marvel Rivals tonight, ranked platinum matches. So come through if you love that game. I have a love-hate relationship with that game, and you can see me rage out live. That's it for me, folks. I will be back with more news very soon. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.